Yep. Alright, the first step is to get your eggs, the morel mushrooms, in your pan and set up next to a nice little creek. It's just the best. You can't beat it. Alright, so I was able to cut them up a little bit and dunk them in the river and clean them up. And now we're going to try to see if I can fry them. That'll be pretty good, I think. Alright, there they are. I cleaned them up in the river. This little creek that's running, which is gorgeous. And now I'm going to try to fry them in there with some olive oil and those eggs. And then I'm going to add a little salt and pepper, and it'll be good. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to heat up this oil, and then we're going to fry up the mushrooms, saute them a little bit before I add the eggs. Hopefully this works. It's too strong. No way is this too... The burner is too strong for my power cell. AC, it's so close though, dude. The ticks are really getting me out here. Struggle. Oh, it is just not enough for this thing. Hey, but I tried. We'll just pretend I cooked them out here, huh? It was a good idea. Oh, those mushrooms and eggs turned out great down there. They were so tasty and delicious. Sorry you didn't get to see me eat them, but they turned out phenomenally. And now we're gonna head home. You know, next time I should really just build a fire down there by the creek and fire it up that way, but I wanted to try that. I wanted to try the electric frying pan. I thought it'd be cool. Maybe I'll get a better power source for out in the wilderness. But for tonight, I am going to go home and cook those mushrooms. One thing about the woods in the late spring is it's warm. Right now it is 68 degrees and it's about 8. And it was hot out there today. It's like 75, almost 80. And I was sweating. I was sweating a lot. And when you sweat a lot in the woods in the late spring, you attract a lot of little critters. I picked off so many wood ticks. It's unbelievable. And I think I can feel one crawling on me now. I'll get him out of there later. He's like right up my side, my back. I'll get him later. Hey. It's one thing. Birds. The little blackbirds chase the big crows or the hawks or whatever. And it's so funny to watch. I think I have enough mushrooms at home to cook and tide myself over for the next week, plus a few extra. I don't have enough to dry. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to give a few to my neighbor, who every year he pulls in quite a few walleyes out of the lake, and he always gives me a bunch. So I'm going to give back and give him a handful of morels. And that's how morel hunting's done. It's a long process, fun. Found a bunch today. Today I found 8. Combine that with yesterday's 4. What is that, 12? Yep, I got 12 mushrooms in a couple days. It's been a weird year. There wasn't as many out there as I thought. It is nearing the end of May, which is pretty late, it seems, for mushrooms. But I had fun, and now I'm driving home, and I got to experiment with the frying pan in the woods, which is fun. Yeah, I crawled through all kinds of bush and thicket to get in down in there. But it's right there next to it on the creek, which is fun, which is cool. So one thing I have to note with these eggs with the mushrooms are great. They go on everything and anything. The one thing they don't go so great with is alcohol. Not for any PSA against alcohol or anything, but it's just one of those things where the alcohol and the mushrooms, they may either upset your stomach or upset your brain, give you a headache, that kind of stuff. But they're so tasty. Other ways to cook mushrooms, you can just split them right in half. And then what I've done in the past is I've stuffed the half shell with, you can stuff them with a lot of things. You can stuff them with healthy things, spinach, that kind of stuff. Or you could go extremely unhealthy and go stuff like sausage and cream cheese, and you can make sort of a crab type. I've done crab morels too. They're really good. And with morels, they they last about a week and a half, 2 weeks in the fridge. Maybe. It's a stretch. But if you have enough, which I didn't this time, but if you get enough, they're really easy to dry. They just you should dry it in the garage or someplace not in your house, because they do give a smell to them. But the mushroom flavor itself in this, they call it umami, which is like sort of indescribable, but it's basically a flavor that you crave. Oh, that tastes so good. There's little mushrooms in there. And the flavor is kind of woodsy, but not overpoweringly strong, not bitter at all. They have a nice mellow flavor to them, and that's why the morel is known as the king of the mushrooms. Because that goes really fast. I may put it on my steak tomorrow, or whenever I make steak next, because if you've ever had mushrooms on steak, they're good. It's good, but Nothing beats morel mushroom on steak. And that right there is a clean plate and a great meal. Thanks, guys.